Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel, Sash Reads, and this is my Ballgowns and Books event book haul. So I'm very excited to show you all of these books that I've got signed, some special editions, some very pretty things. And you might see some books you've already seen before, but I can't remember what I took and what I bought while I was there. So you're just gonna see everything. Let's go with, because like I had some things that I had taken that was like parts of a series that I already owned, if that makes sense. But I'll start with the books that I have here, which is the first 4 books in the Lady of Darkness series. Book 5 doesn't come out till August, unfortunately, and I've only read the first 2 books, but I met Melissa K. Rorick and she was so lovely, and I told her that my husband had actually read all of her books before me and he loved them. And I had a really nice, lovely chat to her husband as well, because he was like doing the PA sort of stuff, and he was really lovely, and he was telling me how book events here are a lot different than book events in the US, which I find fascinating. I got these signed, and if you like Throne of Glass and Akata, I think you would really enjoy this series. I also met Stasia Stark and got the Kingdom of Lies series signed. You can't really see them here. I have read all of these actually. I listened to the audiobooks because I could. And I met her and she was really lovely. She gave me a cool little bookmark. And I told her like I was gifted some of the books here. But she signed... There you go, that signature there. But yeah, she was really lovely. And so yeah, if you like Fated Mates, Lost Princess, Heist, I think you'd like this series. Also got a couple stickers. So that says Kingdom of Lies, and this says Deals with Demons. So very cool there. And then I got some art prints signed as well. So this is all Prescott and Lorien, I believe, which are the main characters from the series. Oh, we've also got Bent sticker here, but that says Bargains with Beasts. This was one of the last books I got, but it's on the top here, and it's very pretty. And this is the Spiced Book Box edition of Caitlin Taylor's Deceit. Look how pretty that is, and it's purple. I am a slut for purple. I believe this is a dark romance. Look at those end pages. So this is a Babe exclusive, I believe. It was like the last hour of Babe. I think it was the last 5 minutes, and I was walking around and they were like discounting all their books because they didn't want to take them back to where they came from. And the dude was there. He's like, look, the boss is away, so I can discount it even more if you want. So I got that. And then he's like, oh, she's here. So I ran across the whole event and went to her and was like, I just got this. And then I found so this, I don't know if I can show you this. It's pretty saucy. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 naked people in this print, and they're all connected one way or another, and that's for this book. So I'm kind of excited. Picked up my pre-order of Slaying the Shadow Prince by Helen Shura. This is the prequel to the Legends of Thesma series, and I've read the first book and I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to have this pretty copy of the prequel. This is about, I think this is a Shadow Daddy. I'm very excited. I guess it's because it says Shadow Prince. But Bookish and Spice has just announced they're releasing their own edition of this, so I'm excited to get that on my shelves too. I picked up Off With Her Head by Dana Leanne. This is a dark sapphic romance, and it's a Queen of Hearts reimagining, I believe. Look how pretty that is. I had pre-orders for 3 other people in her little area that she was in, so I was like, oh, I might like yours stuff as well, so I grabbed it and I thought this was beautiful. And then I also got a saucy little Santa print there too that I don't think I can show you. So that was exciting. Unfortunately, she had to leave early Sunday morning because they have an emergency back home. So she had a lot of pre-orders left over where the event handlers were like just giving out for free because no one was picking up their pre-orders. So I went over and grabbed Carving Core for Kara, this is a hardcover special edition, and I believe this is a dark romance Halloween novella. I don't believe it's signed because she wasn't there, but that's okay. I still have a nice pretty edition of this, and I'm very excited to read it when Halloween comes around. When I went to pick up my Venus St. Graves pre-order, which you'll see soon, she had her newest release, like paperbacks of it out, because it wasn't quite out yet. I think it was coming out on the Tuesday and we were there the Saturday and Sunday. I got the second last one and Grace behind me got the last one. So it was very exciting that we got the last 2 copies, and it is The Saltwater Curse, and it is a monster romance, and it's got tentacles, and it's very cute. I mean, not cute. I mean, it seems very sexy and very saucy, but I believe there is a POV for a animal companion, and I'm very excited for that. We went to Seth Haddon, who also writes under Lucian Burr, and I picked up Prince of Lust, which is a male-male demon romance. So yeah, his like more erotica books is written under Lucian Burr, where his fantasies under Seth Haddon. I believe this also might be got something to do with priesties, maybe. Got my copies of Assault to Revive, Assault to Guide, and Assault to Touch signed, and I was talking to Opal, and I'm like, I only just read the first book, but I have the first 5 at home, and I'm like, I was telling her I'm really excited to read the second one because I feel like I would relate to her because she is a mum and she's fat like me. And she said she really put like a lot of effort into that one in particular, and that a lot of people don't like it because just the way that the main character reacts to things, or that the monster does. But she's like, we're not all good people, and sometimes we do things that probably isn't the best way to handle it, and I'm very excited now for that. I got my copies of Her Greatest Mistake and Stealing Sunshine by Hannah Cowan signed. She was super, super lovely, and I'm very sad that I missed out on her new Omegaverse release. I believe it's also hockey romance, so I'm excited to get that when I can. But I got a couple prints here. I can't show you 2 of them. One is for Her Greatest Adventure, one is for Poppy and Garrison, and this one is for Jamie and Blakely, but I can show you that one. There's no naughty bits, thank gosh. And I also got some stickers too. Let me see if I can show you. So it says, Hot Girls Hit Curbs, hell yeah. The British Columbia Pythons Love Code. So I'm excited to figure out what they mean when I read some of these books. I finished this book literally the day before I met this author, but that is Sicko by A.M.O. Jones. Very excited that I met the author. She's so pretty and so lovely. I had a mad chat with her and she signed it too. She says, Sasha, lovely to meet you, A.M.O. Jones. I love this cover. And she was telling me, because I was like, man, I really got like MMF vibes from this. And she's like, I almost did. I was like, why didn't you? And she was saying how she just come off from writing an MMF and she was like really in the zone, and she's like, no, I need to like stop and slow down. And she's like, you'll still really love Wicked's story, and she still really loves it too. So I am excited to pick up Wicked soon, but I did really enjoy this. And if you liked Haunting Adeline, I think you would enjoy this book. Picked up my pre-order of The Rose and Her Warrior by Demi Clarissa. I love Demi so much. She is so cute and so kind, and I'm so happy that I got to see her again and I got to support her. Got her lovely signature there, and I got this art print. I have some more somewhere, but that says, I think this one is actually from Meredith, because Meredith got a pre-order as well, and she said she was going to give me, because if you got a pre-order, Demi was going to give you either one of 2 art prints, and I got the other one and Meredith gave me that one, so that was very lovely of Meredith. But that says, chain together, little witch, with iron until Oriah calls us home, old man. Now, like I said earlier, in the last hour, people were doing deals because they didn't want to take everything home. So I was going past the Omegaverse aisle and I found these, and I was talking to, I'm not sure if it was the author or the PA, but she did a very good job selling. And this is Alicia Williams' Hidden Secrets and A Forbidden Game. So this is I believe it is Omegaverse hockey, possibly. But then I think this one is the parents of this one. I couldn't quite remember what she said, but it was like a 2 for deal. So I got these two. This is a sports room, and it looks like that's exciting. So it's like football. This one just says, I choose us always, forever, us against the world. And it's got a little sticker. That's so cute, those little chippies, oh my goodness. I picked up my special edition of Sweet as Puck by Anne Grech. I love her event exclusives editions because I love these cartoon covers. I'm not a big fan of the original covers with just like the human like male model, but this cartoon is so cute, and it's foiled and she's fat and it's just beautiful. We've got the lovely sprayed edges. I believe it's blue. Yeah, like that's what it looks like inside. I think that is so cool. And then we've got, this is the naked hardcover. It's hockey. I'm definitely in my hockey era. I need to read some more because I thought I was going to try and do like a hockey romance rex, but I realized I could only recommend like 3, so I need to read some more. This is underneath the dust jacket. Very cute. So it's like a silver fox, and I can't remember who the kid is. Not the kid. And look at that. Like, she's got the second one out, which is, I think it's MMMF. And then the third one will be out by Rare. So I'm hoping to get the next 2 when I get to Rare and have like a little collection of these really super cute covers. This was free. This is Rachel Armstrong's Rising from the Ashes. I don't know much about it, all that it was free. So that's all I really care about. It was a Babe exclusive, I believe. And it was number 99 of 100. So that's pretty cool. And it's signed down at the bottom there. This is one of the authors I went almost straight to because Abby read the arc of it just before Babe and said, Sasha, I think you'd love it. And I thought it was going to be more of like a special edition because she had some foiling and like sprayed edges ones on her website, but they didn't get to Sydney in time, unfortunately. So it's just a normal paperback, but that's Revive Me by Nikki Castle. This is a MMA, well, ex-MMA fighter because he's in recovery, and it's like, I think it's him and his like physical therapist, I believe, Liliana. But it's signed, and she was really lovely, and she was so cool. Like, she was so cool. Now, these two might be one of the most prettiest editions I've ever owned, and also kind of special as well because just before Babe, me, Meredith, Tracy, and Zoe and Amy. Can't remember if Zoe did, but Tracy and Amy definitely read, buddy read all in one day. Oh no, the foiling has kind of come off. Oh, that's upsetting. But it's the Bond Dissolution series. This is The Scent of Us by Eliana Lee. Look at that foiling. Look at the peaches. This is Omegaverse, and peaches are like a big scent in this series. So yeah, that foiling's gorgeous. And then like that's the back. It's got a pretty quote on it. And then we've got a bookmark of the 2 main characters, so of book 1 and then the female main character of book 2. And like, look at this. So that's Juno and 3 of her men. And then this is Juno and the other 3. And then like every chapter starts, it's got who it is and then the character card. It's so pretty. So pretty. I love it so much. And then this is The Heat of Us, which is the sort of second slash third book in the series, because The Scent of Us is split up into part 1 and part 2, and then you've got The Heat of Us, and this is pink. I haven't read this one yet, but I think it's gorgeous, and I love those edges. Did I show you the edges of these ones? Like, I cannot get over how freaking pretty these covers are. I'm kind of disappointed in the scratching on the foiling on that one, so I'm gonna have to get some good care of it. I just haven't been able to film this, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks now. I also picked up A Pack for Winter by Eliana Lee, because this particular book is going traditional published in the next couple of seasons, so I'm very excited for her, but I had to get my own indie copy of it. This is like a cozy Omegaverse, and a different author has done a different season. So Amelia Anderson did A Pack for Autumn, and then you got Eliana Lee who did A Pack for Winter, and then they haven't announced the next 2 yet, but I'm very excited for those as well. I got my copy of Philomena and the Seven Deaths by Kendra Marino signed. I unfortunately haven't been able to read it yet, but that's signed. I've got it signed with Meredith, I believe. And I got some free bookmarks too. This says Barbed Wire Hearts. And then this is like, that looks like a creepy Mad Hatter, which is pretty exciting. So I definitely want to pick up some of her other stuff too. Now, you would have seen in my unboxing of the Babe VIP bag that I got a special edition of Jem and Eve's Curse of Fate. So it's got purple pages. It's not just edges, it's purple pages. And so I got her to sign it. Where is it? There. So that was really kind of them to put one of their own books, like a special book, in the VIP bag. That's also foiled, which is so cool. I do really love that cover. I think it's gorgeous. I picked up my pre-order of Little Stranger and Little Liar by Lee Rivers. I unfortunately didn't get to meet the author. These were already pre-signed, but the line was like so long and I was kind of getting over it at that point. But I really liked this, and I'm so excited to have like proper copies, because I do believe the books are getting traditionally published, which is exciting for her, but I'm glad I was able to get like something special. I got this really cool edition of Her Favorite Jack-O-Lantern by Rebecca Rennick, I believe. How cool is that? That's a event exclusive. Like, I love that so much. And I believe the pages are all orange as well. Don't know how I'm gonna go reading it. I might probably read it on Kindle, but that's another print of the 2 main characters. And it says the Gummy Bear Orgy series. So they must do one for every holiday. I think Meredith was saying that. But this was the only hardcover edition that I saw of the 4 or 5 books that she had there. I could not go past Marie Cardin's Omnibus. This is the complete Monster Girlfriend trilogy. So look at that beautiful heart. Oh my gosh, and it says meet cute and meet monsters. So this is sapphic. Look at those edges. How cool is that? Marie was super lovely. I'm pretty sure she's Kiwi as well, so I'm probably going to see her more often. But I love this edition. I'm so glad that I was able to pick it up. So on the way down to Babe, I completed Face Off by Chelsea Curto. And it was my favorite book that I read for Babe, which is insane. Like, I only read like 30 books for it, but I thought that was like crazy that the last book I read was one of my favorites. So I had to go get the 4 books of the series that she currently had. I love these covers so much. It's a hockey romance series, and there's going to be one of like every team player possibly, as well as the coach. Coach is going to be age gap, and I'm so excited for it. But like, if you love like people in their 30s, emotionally mature men, and just women who know what they want, like, I think you would really enjoy this series. Well, Face Off in particular. A Never Last Hour special I got was Surprise Motherfucker by Melissa Huxley. This is a hockey romance Omegaverse, and it's got Surprise Baby, which I'm not that fussed about. I think it's funny. Like, I have had kids, so I don't hate babies in books, but when I asked the author. I'm like, okay, which one of these is your favorite? She's like, oh, I kind of like them all. But she gave me like a rundown, and I believe this one was, she had a one-night stand, fell pregnant, never saw the dude again, never got his contact details or whatever, right? And then a couple years later, she meets up with her like scent match, and he brings her home to the pack. One of the pack mates is the one-night stand turned baby daddy. So I'm very excited to read this because that just sounds so fun and messy. And so it's just like, surprise. So I'm very excited to pick this up. I got my copy of Bonded by Thornstein, my Fairy Loot edition. And they had some pretty like prints there. So that Beasts of the Briar. So this is Prince of the Arena, the prequel novella artwork for that. And this is, oh, look at them all. They're so pretty and cute. I can't get over that. This one was picked up on a whim. The Jazz and Jella went down with. They were like, I really hope there's some left over when we get there, because I don't think it was up on the pre-orders. I don't even know what, it's called Push and Pull by Nyla Kay. And it's beautiful. I cannot keep that on my shelves with my children around, unfortunately. But I think that foiling is gorgeous. And like the back. And then I love this like effect. It's like lights are shining on it. Girlfriend's parents. I'm not sure if it's ex. All it says is Ben and Jessica's daughter is bringing home her new boyfriend for Thanksgiving weekend. Nothing out of the ordinary there. But a quiet night alone in the basement will monumentally change all of their lives. Interesting. This one is what I picked up by Avina St. Graves. This is the exclusive edition of Death's Obsession. So pretty. I read this for Thick Thighs earlier in the year, and I enjoyed it because it does have like fat rep, which is really exciting. If you like Shadow Daddies, I think you'd like this book. So I picked up this pre-order by Nyla Kay, and it's called Double Edged. It was a hardcover exclusive edition, and like I think that brings up a whole thing. It's MMM, I believe. I can't find it on Amazon, so I have a feeling it's been banned. Don't know if I want to know why it's been banned, but I think it is stepfather romance, possibly. I picked up this gorgeous copy of The Lord of Stariel by A.J. Lancaster. How pretty is that foiling? And those edges, oh my goodness. And then this really cool bookmark. It's got a tassel of it. That's the main character. I actually did read this book. And I wasn't going to pick it up, but oh, look at that. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh. And like that's Stariel. Oh, so cool. So I've actually picked this up as a gift for my mum, so I hope she likes it. I got my copy of A Sword of Shadow and Deceit by Lucinda Dark signed. Lucinda Dark is so freaking funny. Holy cow. I laughed so hard. I almost wet myself when I was talking to her. I was with Zoe and we were both like just laughing so hard. What does that say? Snake BDSM ? To Sasha, Lucinda Dark. She also goes by Lucy Smoke. I think some of her other books, maybe non-fantasy possibly. Like the author was so funny. I'm like, I want to pick your book up immediately. I got my 3 A.K. Mulford books signed. The first 2 in the Golden Bone series. Golden Court, and possibly because the 3rd one isn't out yet. I'm so sad because I got this one ages ago and it's matte, right? I got this from Amazon a couple days before Babe, and it's glossy. Like, make it make sense. But I got them both signed, and I told her, I'm like, your books, like, I just love the gender exploration, and I feel like it might be a bit personal as well, because A.K. Mulford also goes by she, they. Got artwork of the High Mountain Court here, which I haven't read yet, but everyone I know loves. This is artwork. Finch and Frankie, I love them so much. Oh my God. So Finch and Frankie is from their contemporary romance series. It's like of the Zookeepers, and oh, that's so good. And then this is Calla and Gray from A River of Golden Bones. I pre-ordered this chunk of a book, but that I'm not sure if I'm actually keeping yet because it's one of my best friend's favorite book series, and she was kind of sad she couldn't go and meet her. But like, look how pretty that holographic is, and like, I just can't get over it. Like, how pretty is that phoenix? So that's a slip case. And then it's the same on the actual book. Oh my gosh, it's a chunker, but look how pretty that is. I can't get over it. So this is Rachel Renner's Gilded Blood Omnibus. Oh my goodness, look at the map. Cool. It's so funny. So I was talking to her, like I picked this up, I was talking to her, and she gave me this card for one of her other books. And she's like, oh, you look like you enjoy this one. I'm like, okay, I'll take it home and like have a look, right? So I went back. Oh no, they're all falling. So like afterwards, it was like 10 o'clock at night. Meredith had come home, like back to the hotel. I was telling her about it. And I was reading back at the card, and it's like, as a child, I used to eat rocks. And Meredith's like, fuck. They're okay, I think. I need a better setup. Anyway. That ruined the entire joke. But anyway, Meredith was saying, like, do I look like I eat rocks? It's not funny now. Anyway, I picked up my pre-order from Helen Shearer. You saw that earlier. But then I also got her to sign my bookish and special edition of Blood and Steel and the traditionally published Iron and Embers with that pretty cool, like, look how pretty they are. So this is about the sister who wants to be a warrior, and this is about the other sister who's an alchemist. I've got more books somewhere. With Anne Greck's pre-order, I got a fridge magnet, glasses cleaner, maybe like for my Kindle possibly, and a pen, which is pretty cool. Now, this box was cool. So this is the Bride Hunt trilogy by Lana Pashicic, Evie Mitchell, and Beck McMaster, and it comes in this gorgeous box. Like, hello? That's so pretty. I've already opened it, but I can show you guys what's inside. The books are so cute. So I came 3 books in there. There was other stuff, but I can't find them. I think it was like pins and artwork and such. But the 3 books are like so tiny. It's like smaller than my head. So you've got the Queen, the Huntress, and the Maiden. So I opened the Maiden up first. The Maiden, I believe, was by Evie Mitchell. Look how pretty that is. Holy cow. And the holographic sides. Oh, it's so pretty. And then that's the naked cover. Excuse me. So it's giving like the Archeron sisters, to be honest with you. Like the Maiden would be, what's her name? The one that doesn't have a book yet. And then you've got the Huntress would be Feyre. But like that's giving Cassian. But also he's a pirate. How cool is that? So that's the Huntress naked cover. And then the Queen would be Nesta. I know that's not actually like based on the Archeron sisters, but like in my head that's how I connected it. So yeah, that's the Queen. And then you've got the naked hardcover. How friggin' pretty is that? I just can't get over like these books, and like they want to make Converses out of them, which is so cool. Like I believe like the flower print into Converses. They came with a quiz, right? And so what you're supposed to do is you take the personality quiz, and then whichever character you get, that's the one you read first. I haven't taken the quiz yet because I'm slack, but I have a feeling I might. I was like, I'll probably get the Maiden, and Maris was like, no, you won't. I'm like, yeah, probably not. She'd get the Maiden. I'd probably get the Queen, possibly. I feel like once you become a mum, you get like relegated to those sorts of roles. I don't know where I'm going to put any of these on my shelves, by the way. They're already chock-a-block. Got my copy of Dear Rita, signed by Tate James, and also they put a special edition copy in the VIP bag. So I have 2 copies of this now. So if you Want to look out for a giveaway on my Instagram. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that yet, but if you go follow my Instagram, it's linked down below, and keep an eye out if you want a signed copy of Dear Reader by the author. Definitely do that. Tierney Page was there. She is a bookstagrammer gone author, and she was giving out ARCs by Hachette there. So this is the other brother, and I'm very excited for this. Came with some stickers. You got banger, and then a cute little art print. And it says here, like, Dear Sasha, happy reading. For lovers of ex-fiance's brother, forbidden love, spice, banter, found family, and slow burn. So I saw someone in the Facebook group ask Tierney Page for like an actual quote from the book, because beforehand Tierney was like, don't ask for quotes. I can't remember what I wrote in this book. Please don't ask for quotes. So the reader did, to be like a bitch. And then Tierney goes, dear such and such, you're a cunt. I'm like, I love that humor. I need to read this book, and I need to follow this bookstagrammer immediately. I got my copies of Wolf Girl and Last Dragon King sign. Yes, I did that backwards. I'm not going to do it again. Leah Stone was super lovely, and I felt bad because she was such a lovely person, and I didn't really like these books. Like, they were fun. They were vibing. They're like brain candy, like just brain rot books if you're into that. And if you like bachelor books, because both of these are like, main character isn't all that great. Turns out she's actually super special, but to get with the love interest, she has to compete in a bachelor sort of scenario. All right, I'm pretty sure these are the last 2 books, which is great because I'm pretty sure I'm running out of memory and battery. Fuck. I've got The Larson Siblings Honorably Bust by Evie Mitchell. That is the Spreadges. And then this is Cocktails, Hermits and Curves by Megan Wade, and that's the Spreadges for that. These are really cute. These were a Kickstarter, and I'm glad that I got them. Alright, that is it for my Babe book haul. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos by me. You can also add me on Instagram, Storygraph and Goodreads. It's all just at Sash Reads. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye!